Hey Gemini, how are you? Sorry I haven't gone for a while. I needed to do an 86-page evidence report connected to a murder that's connected to about 10 other murders. And that went, well, that was time sensitive, so I wasn't necessarily planning on doing it when I did it, but they led me to do that. And so that took me down one rabbit hole for quite a while. And I was also finishing up 8 months work on an astrology journal workbook for houses, for everything, birth chart, basically work. And the link for that will be below. But they've crammed, and my guides crammed in a bunch of information and a bunch of events in the last few months of it, so that I went past my intended deadline, and I needed to be in that bubble. I couldn't do too much with cards while I was there, because the astrology is such a wormhole to go through. So I'm sorry about that as well. And then a Leo went through a death experience, and very close to me. And I go back through the readings, it was all there, and I just wasn't thinking that this particular Leo might be involved in that, but sure enough. And so all my forensic work with murders now is like with a living murder. She's back. She was forced back by God and her guides. And she's extremely powerful. When she meditates, things explode, right? So it's exciting. And I've known her since I was 3. And they got me to give her my oracle decks that are tied to her ancestral origins. So the Aboriginal and the African. And it was really, 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 really incredible to be part of that. And so when I can get either replacement decks, either for myself or new decks for her, then I will have my Mel Brown Goddess Oracle, Healing Oracle, Aboriginal Healing Oracle, and Spirit and Dreamtime Oracles back. In the meantime, these cards have arrived from Ibiza Tarot in Spain. Japanese deck. They've taken the artwork of Ohara, Koson, and I'm saying that the wrong way, and I will get the right pronunciation after I finish recording all the videos, of course, but my son will kill me for saying it the wrong way. And the Ancient India Tarot, and I believe this is taking its insights from Bhagavad Gita wisdom, but I've got to research that. I've got a copy of Bhagavad Gita, but I have not dared to compare yet. But I really love the inscriptions, their interpretations of the cards. These are the major arcana. I'm going to use them as oracles, but their interpretations of the cards are different enough from mine, and that really brings, of course, something new to the whole situation. So let's get into it. I think that's the fastest I've ever described what's been going on for any of the videos, so you're welcome. I'm going to take 3 cards from here to start with. Then we'll do some Tattoo Tarot. And then we'll finish up with 3 cards from the India deck. Okay? And these do not like, they've been shuffled already. They do not like to fly. They like to be split, which is a very calm experience. And Gemini, I've been on a bit of a tangent reminding people that if you were born in the last few days of Gemini season, then yes, you do have a Gemini sun, because the real placements are about 24 degrees. Everything's approximate anyway, but it's about 24 degrees behind the seasons, shall we say. And if you were born earlier in Gemini season, before the last few days of it, then you actually have a Taurus sun. And the sun for me represents triggers and instincts. And I separate the sun from your birth day. Well, not your birthday per se, but your idea of your birth identity, right? So you would have a Gemini aura, I would now say, and a Taurus sun. Okay? If. Otherwise, if you're double Gemini, then that would be even more Gemini than back in the day when the signs did line up with the sun placements, and you would just be almost a singular twin set. Now you're a double twin set, if you follow me. Okay. All right, so what are we looking at for Gemini? The Hanged Man, Pisces energy. Okay, so Pisces season is or a Pisces. Now, I had readings where I was led to put a title on them saying that there was a situation between Gemini and a Pisces because you guys showed up in each other's readings. The Hanged Man. So maybe we have a new interpretation of what I thought I was getting in earlier readings. Many things are unknown to you now, so you must make new goals and plan carefully. Acting at the right moment will get you ahead. Okay. I'll read it again in case I was soft for the camera. Many things are unknown to you now, so you must make new goals and plan carefully. Acting at the right moment will get you ahead. Now I can see that I'm fighting with batteries today. I'm basically coming and going from the charger. So I'm going to cut out in a minute. And let's see if I can get this card read. The Hermit. When you become aware of your true road, there will be nothing to stand in your way. Life has challenged you, but you are prepared to make the best of the future. Okay, but then so we have Hermit, so we have Pisces, we have Virgo energy here in your workplace mode. When you become aware of your true road, there will be nothing to stand in your way. Life has challenged you, but you are prepared to make the best of the future. Life is challenged. Okay, so and then we'll get color. I'm about to cut out the Fool. Right, okay, so a lot of solitary energy here. In order to succeed, you must find new ways to bring about the achievement. There's really an emphasis here on new, Gemini. Really an emphasis on new. Achievement of all your goals. Wow. New, new, new. That is a strong... Okay, I'm going to get a new battery. Okay, so now I'm back. Thing that I remembered was that I was just telling Cancer, if they have Gemini sun placements, that their triggers and their instincts in Gemini could translate into a moment or period of cognitive dissonance where something new needs to be, something that you thought was true turns out to be in conflict with new information, and now you have to figure out which is true. And you have to go into the trigger, you have to go into this, what is called cognitive dissonance, which would be, it doesn't match. And you have to, it's like, it can be deeply troubling, new information, if it's totally contradicting what you thought was true. Okay, so that was something that I'd mentioned to Cancer, and so in the pause between these videos for you, well, the battery did its thing. That's what came to mind. So let's find out. We've done, okay, it's been a little while. I let the battery charge up a lot because it just keeps cutting out. Okay, that's slapping. Let's just check it. Strength. Okay, I'm gonna put it back in. Now slapping and flying out. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Coins. So a transformation in the physical world, in who you are, what you're going to be doing, your work. So switching from possibly job life to career life. Let's find out what kind. Okay, something to do with desires, and there's a plan. There's somebody, or there is an opportunity. I'm gonna go close my window. I thought maybe I'd get away with it because the birds were chirping nice, but hang on. Nah, you know what? Let's just see here. Okay, a crossroads. This would be in terms of desires and what kind of trouble you want to cause in the world. What kind of good, let's say good trouble you want to cause in the world. We're past the ace, so you already know what it is. And now what to do with it. Now what to do with it. And that's the Hanged Man, is the change of perspective in order to do something with this transformation. Go digging as it falls out. Careful, careful, careful is what I want to say. Right, okay. Finger of God, the truth. Right, okay, so what was I saying about new information coming in that has to be taken into account? Look at the mix here. So we don't have cups yet. We'll see where we get. And let's say that it's unknown. Does it need to be researched? Because it's undecided. Yeah, with that Fool and Hermit and Hanged Man energy, yeah, Full Magician, dear Lord. Oh, okay, it came out together. Okay, well, there's the Cups energy. And I was just describing this as a possible tower situation. The way they do their cups marvelously in this deck is that there's can be a toppling effect. Okay, so I was just saying Magician, and he's right there, so that's why I'm keeping these cards. Eight of Wands in reverse back to the Seven of Wands. So transformation, yeah. The detail work. The detail work, which would be in this planning stage. So the Three of Cups, I would say, you between worlds, you between this world and the spirit world. How to effectively decide what to do in each situation when working with humans in this, yes, in this Seven of Pentacles environment versus what your spirit guides and being connected to that. So we've got divine timing here. I mean, again, Hanged Man, Fool, and Hermit are all forms of the Magician. It's the Magician in his phases. So we're starting with 12th house, Hanged Man, ultimate legacy. It's like product design, where you first you have your concept, but then you jump ahead to the end and you create the deadline and you create the end result. Like you plan to, and then you work towards that because you're professional and you know what you need and you know who you need to get in touch with at every stage of the process, and you know what their deadlines are and what they need from you and when they need it, all of that. And so you start with the objective and you create the deadline and you reverse engineer, basically. Yes, you're always thinking forwards and backwards. You have to be aware of the whole before you get in at the start, even if you want, and that's allowing for creative process, that's allowing for, and that's what you calculate in experimental time, you calculate in room for screw ups or delays, interferences, all of that stuff. That's all, you do all of that in the Two of Wands energy if you do it right. And that needs that information, that Ace of Swords that's coming through, which is God's truth. So there's something really, yeah, that's coming in that's completely taking advantage. They've created this time for you, Gemini, to be in this full magician mode, because it's go time after that. Eight of Wands back to Seven of Wands. So this transformation into this troublemaker, basically, which is what you want. You want to put ripples in the world. That's what we're here for. Okay. So I would say I'll see if there's, because I feel like there might be something else coming from this deck, but not that half of it. And then we'll go. Okay. So there we have triggers. Sun reversed. So happiness reversed. Possibly. Possibly a relationship's affected. But your twin selves, right? Your twins might be out of sync with each other. So we need... Or, yeah, because we have a trinity here of Hanged Man, Hermit, and Fool. Which twin is which? And then there's you. One of you's stuck, one of you's ready to go. So this could be, this Two of Wands could be just you and yourself, your twins, getting harnessed together to become this. I mean, at the top of it, we have that transformation into who you are. How together they create material security for you, purpose. But it's beyond even, I mean, security. How do you, this is not a safe universe, but in terms of, I guess, mostly being in your wavelength, getting your value that you deserve. But because you are doing exactly what, and you've figured out, you've cracked the code and you've broken the matrix for yourself. Okay. And this is, for me, because your sun placement are your triggers and your instincts. So you need to get your triggers and your instincts balanced together. So whatever this truth is, this information, this knowledge, this communication, it could be somebody, communication with somebody, but I think beyond that, there's knowledge that's involved here. And then the detail work. Okay. I mean, that's very clear about you time. And that can affect together time. But I think I'm getting a sense that it's about coordination within you. But let's find out what the India deck has to say to close it off. The Tower. Okay. After everything you've achieved, the stress is starting to show. What is really necessary and what can you let go of before it's too late? Okay, so these are all positions of review then. So the Hanged Man needs the, you're being a forced change of perspective. And again, the new. The Hermit. Become aware of your true road, nothing to stand in your way. Make the best of the future. In order to succeed, you must find new ways to bring about the achievement of your goals. Right. So methods, perhaps. One twin has... It might be time to... okay, so does the other twin need to lead? The Devil. The eternal dance between the temptation of external pleasure and the satisfaction of inner happiness. Right. They can't be in another reading I went through this, and they can't be reconciled in terms of, you don't trade one for the other. It is eternal, and what can meet the needs of one can't meet the needs of the other, right? And so you stop trying. Then we have the Hanged Man. Okay. So we begin and end with the Hanged Man. And what if none of it were truly true? There's that cognitive dissonance. What if it were not, what if, I'm getting ahead of myself, none of it were truly true? Now is the time to look at everything from all angles, knowing that it's all there. Right, okay. So clearly, before the battery dies completely, Gemini, this is... and that means time's coming to a close, yes? Okay, so yeah, what are you... that's it. the camera cut out as I said it, so that's it. That's all. And I will be back in a week or two. If you want to check into the workbook, I'm going to start it up. The first house starts in a couple of weeks. I wanted this really sooner than it was, but there were delays, and at February 25th, the book file actually died, and I had to rebuild the book from a PDF, screenshots from a PDF, and then put live links back in and create some new live pages and all that stuff. It's been insane. So, if it would help to go look at how I look at all your houses, my thoughts spiritually, if any of that is something for you to springboard off of, then the link is in the description, and I will be posting guide videos starting in a week's time. Okay. All right, Gemini, this is actually, you're probably really stressed out about all this. But what you're going to do once you've got it all sorted is going to be wonderfully frightening to Gemini standards for the rest of us. Excellent. I'm excited, and let me know what you're doing. I will help, and I will promote whatever. Awesome. Back soon.